go live.
Got me hot. Yeah. Got me hot.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome to another edition of BroTalk Live, the best show in late night for you by us. BroTalk Live, we're always on Mark's main man, Jason, in the director's seat as usual. Thanks for tuning in on another Tuesday night with the crew. March edition, mid-March. Guys, we've been back here for 3 weeks now. The year's flowing by. Next week, I heard it's spring. Right now, I'll just let you guys know, I don't want to brag. It's 95 degrees where I'm at right now. At home. It's crazy. Dex, what up?
Oh, look, no bragging. It may be 95 degrees here tomorrow. Maybe 0 degrees. Maybe it'll snow. We don't know. Philadelphia weather, the Northeast weather, it's in the past 2 weeks, we've had like a damn near 90 degree day. It snowed. And then yesterday we had a tornado. So like, you know, we run the gamut over here.
Shout out to fossil fuels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eric, what up?
What up, bro? What's going on, man? Like Dex said, man, it's 35 degrees over this joint, man.
Did it rain or something? Was it supposed to be raining?
Yeah, we had a tornado yesterday.
A tornado?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Did you take shelter?
No, and you remember when we were younger and they would be like, we would do like tornado drills and they'd be like, get in the hallway and put your hand over your head. Like, what was that going to do but outside of make the bricks of the building fall and crash it? Like, what was the point of that?
Your elbows would have stopped it from killing you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We were like 9 years old. We would have been crushed.
You need to believe in the power of your elbows.
Yeah.
Sure. Ty might be joining us later. I know that this is how this show works, guys. You know how it works. You know how we do. Bill, I called his phone, rang one time, went straight to voicemail. So don't think it's going to happen for Bill tonight. But we'll see about Ty a little bit later. But first, Dex, what do we have?
Oh, I was about to say racist. We have politics as usual.
Actually, we don't. Okay, so this is breaking news because it is something that was once breaking news and is now celebrating a 20th anniversary being today, St. Patrick's Day. I feel like we had to honor it.
Well, just in time for St. Patrick's Day, crowds are coming by the dozens to get an up-close view at what some say is a piece of Irish folklore.
Some people in the Crichton area of Mobile say a leprechaun is taking up residence in their neighborhood. A leprechaun. NBC 15's Brian Johnson has more.
Curiosity leads to large crowds in Mobile's Crichton community, many of you bringing binoculars, camcorders, even camera phones to take pictures.
To me, it look like a leprechaun to me. All I gotta do is look up in the tree. Who else seen the leprechaun say yeah?
Eyewitnesses say the leprechaun only comes out at night. If you shine a light in its direction, it suddenly disappears. This amateur sketch resembles what many of you say the leprechaun looks like. Others find it hard to believe and have come up with their own theories and explanations for the image.
My theory is it's casting a shadow from the other limb.
Could be a crackhead that got hold to the wrong stuff, and it told him to get up in a tree and play a leprechaun.
We're going to get down to the bottom of this. Yeah, it's still on there, guy. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, man.
This guy helping to direct traffic says he's prepared for his encounter with the leprechaun. He's suited up from head to toe.
This wars off spells right here. This is a special leprechaun flute, which has been passed down from thousands of years ago from my great-great-grandfather who was Irish. I just came to help out.
Others just came to get lucky in hopes a pot of gold may be buried under this tree.
I'm gonna run a backhoe and uproot that tree. I want to know where the gold is. I want the gold. Give me the gold. I want the gold.
This is Brian Johnson, NBC 15 News.
People will do anything for a pot of gold. I mean, anything.
You know what I like? I like the amateur sketch of the leprechaun. It looks like somebody got a really good look at it and got that good drawing out there.
Who did that? I want to know who sketched that.
I don't know. Maybe Brian sketched it.
Doodling.
That was a good story.
The greatest video in St. Patrick's Day.
I absolutely love my people. Like, we just...
Happy 20th anniversary.
No one better. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
My favorite part is probably our crackhead.
Got a hold to the wrong
got
side.
a hold to the wrong side. And hopped in a tree and act like a leprechaun.
And that her is who I agree with. I think that's what we're doing.
100%. If there's any leprechaun, yeah, that's the reason. All right, really, Dex, what we got next?
We got politics as usual.
The Strait of Hormuz is one of the most important oil routes on the planet. About 1/5 of global oil supply passes through it. So when tensions rise there, this isn't just a regional issue. It hits gas prices, it hits shipping costs, it hits worldwide inflation. And President Donald Trump is now calling on NATO allies to help secure that waterway. After posting on X the other day saying, "We do not need the help of anyone," as you can see here highlighted on the screen, after going through a rant about how no one would help him, he decided, that he would fall back to that. Yesterday, he said that he would need help, but then minutes later, he says that he doesn't need help before flipping again to saying that they should want to help. The next clips are from after this Truth Social post.
If we ever needed help, they won't be there for us. I've just known that for a long period of time. We have some that are really enthusiastic. They're coming already. This isn't need. Need would be one of the big boys. If we need their mine boats, or if we need anything, any piece of apparatus that they may have because of a situation that they have, they should be jumping to help us. We want them to come and help us with the strait. My attitude is we don't need anybody. We're the strongest nation in the world. We have the strongest military by far in the world. We don't need them.
Did you follow that?
Yeah, I mean, because for real. And so far, no NATO country has publicly committed to joining his effort to open the Strait of Hormuz, which controls, once again, 20% of the world's oil production. So today, he seems to have settled on, we don't need help anymore.
And all of the NATO allies agreed with us, but they don't want to, despite the fact that we help them so much, we have thousands of soldiers in different countries all over the world, and they don't want to help us, which is amazing. I mean, amazing. And I didn't do a full court press because I think if I did, they probably would be. But we don't need help. That war has been long prosecuted, as far as I'm concerned, almost from day one. We knocked out many of these things. We knocked out the Navy essentially in a couple of days.
At the same time, Trump is facing questions about how this whole war is being justified. Trump says a former U.S. president privately told him that they, quote, regretted not taking action against Iran. But representatives for all four living former presidents say that conversation didn't happen. Here is what Trump had to say about the other presidents.
But they never had the chance. I never gave them the chance to use it. And other presidents should have done. I spoke to one of the former presidents who I actually like. I actually speak to some. I do like some people. It'd be shocking. And he said, I wish I did what you did. Could have done it. Other presidents, somebody should have done it. 47 years this went on. They call Iran the bully of the Middle East.
I just want to ask you about something very interesting that you said twice today. That you talked to another former president about the Iran strikes.
I did.
Was it George W. Bush?
No.
Was it Bill Clinton?
I don't want to say. I don't want to say. Because
Barack Obama.
a member of a party, they have Trump derangement syndrome, but it's somebody that happens to like me, and I like that person who's a smart person. But that person said, I wish I did it. Okay, but I don't want to get into who.
Okay.
I don't want to get him into trouble. Maybe, hey,
I have a guess.
you know what? Yeah, I think you probably know.
I know who it is.
Which one?
I know. It's
You think
Bill
it's
Clinton.
Sleepy Joe? You think
It's
it's Sleepy
Bill.
It's Bill?
Because remember a couple weeks ago when Bill Clinton was gonna like testify or whatever, and Trump was like, "I like Bill. He's a smart guy. I've always liked that." It's Bill.
You think it's Bill?
Yes.
He said he would ask Bill if it's okay to release it to Peter
Bill was
Ducey.
like, "Oh, don't tell him that it's okay. I'd rather you not do that."
Hillary would be pissed. But again, the representatives have declined any sort of accusation of such. Look at this face, though. Good Lord. This is the person running the world right now. Well, I guess, never mind. Netanyahu is the one running the world right now, currently. Second place. I mean, this is like he has all the warships. Look at that face. Oh my God. Trump has not again identified who he is referring to. At the same time, though, he's facing questions about how this is being justified. Again, Trump has no idea what to say and no idea which way to go. As you can see here, he's standing, J.D. Vance is over his shoulder. J.D. Vance has been pretty critical of the war in Iran and pretty reticent to endorse it in the way that Trump has. As you can tell, he's been pretty quiet. When's the last time you heard from J.D. Vance about really anything? I mean, he's quieter than Kamala.
Inauguration.
Exactly. You haven't heard from J.D. Vance in a while, especially like you heard more from J.D. Vance when the Epstein files were coming up. He was defending Trump with the Epstein files. And now it's been total silence since this whole war in Iran has kicked off.
That's a good point.
And it's just something to think about. So is this the best way for other countries to end the war by not supporting the U.S. interests? Like they're not going here and fighting behind. They're not having our back. It seems like all the alliances we have has kind of dissipated. Is this the best way to end the war, or do you think Trump will continue to make everyone else suffer if he can't win?
Like, let's not get ridiculous, okay? Like, back us, okay? Like when the U.S. needs help or we need
back us.
Back us. Like,
but it's not in their interest. Why would they back us?
I don't give a damn. I don't live there. Back us. Or else.
How much is gas over there?
I don't know. I just put that thing in the thing and let it go do what it got to do. I don't care about no gas price.
I paid $3.49 yesterday again.
Is that outrageous for you guys?
For me, yeah. For me, hell yeah.
Like, don't tell me how much. Like, don't say gas is this much. Tell me how much. Like when you pull it out of your car.
Right now, at my local gas station, the gas is $5.69 per gallon.
Oh, no, we ain't there yet. Is
Typically, on a normal when all this war stuff wasn't happening, it was about $4.70, $4.89. That's a typical price.
But like, how much does it cost to fill your tank up?
Probably like, I don't know.
Like, that's what I care about.
Well, I don't go to empty. That's the thing. Like maybe $60, $70. I don't know.
Well, I have a heart attack if I was doing that thing and it's like, because mine is like $50, and when it be going up like $45, I'd be like, all right, slow it down now.
$45. I wish I would pay $45.
If it went to $70, I'd be at the Wawa like laid out in the street. Like, I can't. I'm done.
You still got that?
Mine wasn't $40 before the war, so.
Can you get a new car? I mean, we've had the same car since we graduated college.
Yeah, 12. I've had the car for like 12 years now. 12, 13 years. Yeah.
Wow.
So Dex, would you just put like a quick 20 in it and call it?
No, I like fill the tank up. I just let it go. But my car's it's a small car, so it doesn't take a bunch of gas. But I also fill my wife's car up too, which is a little bit bigger, and hers is like $50.
I wish.
Yeah, I paid to fill it up all the way yesterday. I paid $63.
Yeah, I pay about 70. 75 maybe. I don't know.
You see, that's why when I'd be like, oh, I don't look at the gas price, I don't care, because it ain't going up to $60. If it was $60, I'd be, damn, Got to get him to get another job.
It's all good. You know, you got to pay it. So it is what it is. You know
what you going to do?
But I guess my question, though, Dex, is this the best way to end the war, to stop it by squeezing the pockets of people Trump actually wants to do business with?
No, I feel like if the U.S. needs support, you should support the United States of America.
Okay.
It's really difficult for me to be an American citizen and being like, don't support us.
I mean,
he's disrespecting every other country except Russia.
I don't live there.
Got our back no more.
I don't live in Russia
and Israel. Yeah,
right.
I don't live there.
Russia, Israel, and Russia is backing Iran on the low, so they
on the low. They're providing surveillance and all sorts of technologies to Iranian defense.
But that's what's going to happen. If they ain't working with us, they're going to work against us.
But the thing is, here's the thing. The problem with all of this is that Iran is letting Russia's, oil tankers through. They're allowed to get through the Strait of Hormuz. Iran is only barring U.S. allies from getting their oil, because they said, look, you didn't have our back in the first. So Russia is actually playing it expertly. They're going to get filthy rich off of all of this because they're going to be the only ones with the oil that they can sell.
All right. We get about the oil.
To Donald Trump's point, he said less than 1% of U.S. oil comes from the Strait of Hormuz. So it's not a big deal to us. But to people in that region like that we support, like the United Arab Emirates, and people kind of in that region that are also our allies, like Japan, for instance, I think is 90% of their oil comes from this strait. So they're feeling the pressure. Because they don't have any oil. And they're going to try to end this war by diplomacy, either with the United States or otherwise. And, they have if no one's willing to support this war, it's going to end eventually.
Okay, well, I guess if that ends the war, I guess maybe, but I don't know.
Eric, any thoughts? Do you support the way this whole thing is going?
I mean, we kind of figured this is how it was going to go anyway. Nobody's going to support Trump worldwide. I mean, like I just said, he's disrespected every other country except Russia and Israel.
My question is, if a Democrat gets back in office, right? Like say something, maybe not even a Democrat, someone with traditional political acumen and sense, where they want to build relationships instead of tearing everything down like Donald Trump is doing. Say we get that person back in office again. Does this revert, or do you think the United States will be forever blacklisted from?
But we 3 years away from that, though. We got 3 more years of this BS dealing with.
How much worse can it get? Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right, it can get a lot worse.
Yeah, but this never say never.
He campaigned on not having wars, and within the first year, it hasn't even been a year. We're in war. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, a quick war though, because it's over at this point. It's done.
The thing that people forget is it's not just gas prices, it's other things that you need the fuel for. Like, you need fuel for trucks to get the food back and forth to different states and different stores.
And airplanes.
You need fuel for airplanes. You need fuel for them to make the products that we buy. So at the end of the day, the consumer is always going to catch it. As you can see, stuff is going up.
And if we're planning on traveling the world, which Americans love to do, we're going to have to pay those prices on that back end wherever countries we're flying into. You know what I'm saying? Like it's ridiculous.
Do you think, just like somewhat off topic, but do you think it's smart for Americans to continue to travel knowing the state of the world at this point?
But Dex, we're Americans, Dex.
I just think sometimes I'll see certain things, specifically we'll get stuck in places because the world is going, and it's like y'all didn't see the news, you didn't know that this
you're
was
an American.
A possibility.
It all depends where you're going, though. You know what I'm saying?
Over last weekend, President Trump lashed out at reporters again, this time being questioned about a political fundraising email that reportedly used an image of fallen U.S. service members. According to these reports, when asked whether using that image was appropriate, Trump deflected, saying that he hadn't seen the email, before turning his focus to attacking the reporter and her network.
It's being criticized for using official White House photos of you at the dignified transfer And the PAC is also promising access to secret.
Well, I was at the
briefings.
dignified transfer, unlike a lot of other people.
Appropriate email to send. Your critics
I
are
do.
saying that your fundraising.
I didn't see it. I mean, somebody puts it up. We have a lot of people working for us, but there's nobody that's better to the military than me. And all you have to do is look at the election results, look at the kind of votes that we get, look at the poll numbers. There's nobody that's ever been higher as a president than me with the military.
Can you give a comment on the six
Who are you with?
ABC News.
One of the worst, most fake, most corrupt.
You
know what ABC News? I think it's maybe the most corrupt news organizations on the planet. I think they're terrible. Okay, I don't want any more from ABC.
Right here. What's this?
Much better.
Thank you, sir.
What a schmuck. Thank you, sir. Like, relax, dude. He's not going to care about you the moment you say anything critical about him. Again, yeah, attacking the media. This moment is a part of a broader pattern, criticizing coverage, questioning motives, and increasingly framing mainstream outlets as adversaries for simply reporting the truth. Trump then went online and retruthed on Truth Social, because that's what you do on Truth Social. You retruth things. He retruthed a graphic someone made about how, quote, President Trump is reshaping the media, end quote. Gone is PBS. Gone is NPR to fund it. Chuck Todd is out at NBC. Jim Acosta is out at CNN. And the reforms, they saved TikTok. The CNN has new ownership, and Trump is the first president to join the NFL broadcast for the Super Bowl. Oh my God, could you imagine? Things that he's reformed, amazing things. Ridiculous. What's raising even more concern tonight is what's happening beyond, though, the president's rhetoric. The chairman of the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, which licenses all public television stations, is now drawing attention after suggesting that broadcasters could face consequences for how they cover the war. In a post tied to the president's complaints about media coverage, FCC Chairman Brendan Carr warned that stations airing what he called, quote, news distortions could risk losing their licenses. That warning comes despite the fact, of course, that legal experts, even in reporting and questioning, indicated that the coverage being criticized was, in fact, accurate. Scholars and free speech advocates are now sounding the alarm, and they argue that threatening broadcasters over unfavorable but not inaccurate coverage crosses a constitutional line. The First Amendment protects the press from government interference, especially when it comes to reporting on war, like one of the most sensitive things. But, you know, when facts are often still emerging and subject to verification, people might get things wrong. So this might be a problem point. At what point do you think the criticisms of the media become a threat to press freedom? And is this a sign of fascism? Are we already there? Is it too late? Because it seems like these threats end up causing consequences. You remember when Jimmy Kimmel got suspended, from his show a couple of, months ago? And now we're here with people that criticize the war might be violating some sort of public FCC narrative that the governor of FCC wants to impose suddenly.
The war, late night talk show hosts can't make jokes. People on TikTok and social media are saying that their stuff has been shadow banned when they're negative towards the president or critical.
Well, not us, because we've been getting some.
Also, I when Don Lemon was arrested, like it is one of those things like if you cover the president, unfavorable, like there are consequences with that. And a part of me does sometimes I like the idea of saying like, you know what, you have to respect the office of the president. I do like that, and I don't disagree with it. However, I don't think that they're without criticism too. If there's but
you're not required to. Like that's the whole point of America, right? Is that you have rights. Like you have choices. You can make your own decisions. You have free will, right? Liberty and justice for all. Like that's the gimmick of America.
I don't know if that applies.
Exactly, right?
I don't know if liberty and justice for all part applies, but I do.
None of it clearly.
But I agree with you 100% though. Now I do think it if we don't want to, we don't have to. But I do think that there should be a level of a loudness to criticize like what we're seeing that the president doing. Like for instance, you got voted into this position, so people are allowed to oppose you and are allowed to comment when they don't see something that they like that does not work in their personal interest.
Eric, what do you think about the war against the press?
Sometimes the truth hurts. If they're telling the truth, man, if they're telling the truth, if the president is causing more mayhem than he is destruction.
I mean, clearly,
tell it. He don't want him to tell the truth. That's the problem.
Doesn't that feel like we've been back? It feels like we've been back for like 6 weeks already, and this is our 3rd week back. I feel like I'm tired. I'm burnt out.
I also think it's crazy to try to police people in a social media era. Like, you can't do that. Like, this is not like the 90s where people, like, if you say don't say something or take this down, like, people don't say it. Like, there's multiple platforms that people can utilize to express their opinions.
Like, who watches FCC airwaves? Like,
you can't do that.
Because definitely he don't wait to have a press conference. He'd jump on X in a minute and tweet it out.
Exactly. He's not going on NBC and announcing this on Meet the Press or CBS Sunday mornings or anything.
Why would you think that we're doing that? If you don't do that, why would you think we are? If we want to express our issues with you, like, we can do it on X. We can do it in person with people. We can do
it like we're doing it right now on YouTube. Like, we don't have to have like him managing the SCC airways. Like, okay, you're splitting a percent of the vote like segment, like, right? But okay, the 65s and up, so the 50s and up, people who watch network news and stuff like that, like, okay, but that's not the entire voting public.
No.
I just want to know if one of the reporters have enough guts to throw a shoe at him. You know what I mean?
That's what I've been thinking of, honestly, like, because he has these gaggles where he just insults people.
Yeah,
what I'm saying? That asks him tough questions, right?
Especially on that plane. When they're on that plane.
He's normally on the plane. Sometimes it's in the Oval Office.
Yeah.
And he'll just, totally just
disrespect them.
Yeah. I was going to use a rougher term, but yeah, totally just does that,
to
right?
be honest with you, even when he asks the question, like, what organization are you with? Does it matter? Like, I'm covering you. I'm press covering you. It does not matter who I'm with. But he does that as a distraction because then that's the conversation. This place is fake news or whatever versus answer that question.
And I'm pretty sure they know every person in that room.
These people ain't just start working yesterday. You know.
Right.
He has an agenda that he's trying to push. He doesn't like the ownership of ABC and Disney. He thinks that he wants them to be more right, insane and all that jazz. Like CBS is turning and MS Now and all that stuff. Everything's changing, and it is what it is. But it's not what America is supposed to be at the end of the day. And I'm just letting him know you can try to control the FCC airwaves, but there are more people out there that have influence that aren't on the FCC airwaves, So
I mean, and it's like you said, we in a social media era. You can instantly say what's on your mind, and if it's more ignorant, the more ignorant it is, the more traction it usually gets.
Speaking of ignorant, it's time for a new game called Take Your Pill. All right, so this is the game. This is a part of the show where we check in on some of the loudest voices in politics and gently suggest, just maybe, that they come back to reality for a segment. This pill pictured here on the screen is a Trump vitamin. So we're just asking people to take their pills, calm down, get their allotted dosage, and make sure that they are lucid. Because all the time, they are not sane. Here we go. First with Donald Trump forgetting, I should say, who the president of the United States is and calling that president Gavin Newsom.
The president of the United States, Gavin Newsom, admitted that he has learning disabilities, dyslexia.
Okay, say it with me. Donald Trump, take
your pill.
Here we go. Go get it right. Secondly, a rebuttal. Donald Trump got the attention of Gavin Newsom, who wrote via his press office, accepting the office of the presidency and then immediately revoking all of Donald Trump's executive orders. He then finished the sentence by saying, America is now hot because you have a dyslexic president instead of a brain dead one. Big upgrade. So there you go, Gavin Newsom. You don't like that, Dex?
Not really.
Not really. Too much?
Yeah, it's a bit much. Something like with Gavin Newsom, with some of this stuff, like when I first saw the Donald Trump thing, I was thinking to myself, I hope he takes the high road. Because to be honest with you, you know me, I think the Donald Trump stuff is funny when he be doing like making jokes and stuff like that, but it's very childish too. And like, I don't like the fact that Gavin Newsom continues to step down to his level and do these things too. It's like, I want to be done with this. When Donald Trump leaves the office, I don't want my president to be a comedian no more. I'm done with it.
Okay, so Gavin Newsom then. Let's say it.
Take his pill.
Take
your pill.
Next up, we have Donald Trump revealing very sensitive HIPAA information to the nation.
We had one man who was very ill. It looked like he wasn't going to make it. I don't know. I won't mention his name. Should I? Do other people know his name? Do you want to mention it? He'll be proud. Go ahead. Tell him the story.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. President. Congressman Neil Dunn of Florida had some real health challenges, and it was very serious, and had a pretty grim diagnosis. And I mentioned it to the president, and I said, Congressman Dunn is a real champion and a patriot because he's still coming to work. And if others got this diagnosis, they would be apt to go home and retire. And
what was the diagnosis?
It was, I think it was a terminal diagnosis.
He would be dead by June.
Okay, that wasn't public, but yeah, okay, that's it was grim.
He looked at him like, thanks, Donald.
He said, you made me say the man's name. You want me to say the illness he has? You want me to tell you how long he has to live?
Dead by June.
Donald said, wait, Donald said, you ain't selling it good enough. Let me help you out with this.
Donald Trump, take your pill.
Yes.
God. And last but not least, Lindsey Graham, who has been very eager to have this whole war in Iran pop off so he can start killing Iranians here and there. He's very excited about the prospects over the next couple of weeks.
States, you just wait to see what comes in the next 2 weeks.
The next 2 weeks, meaning what?
We're going to blow the hell out of these people. This regime is in a death row now. It is going to be on its knees. It's going to fall. And when it falls, we're going to have peace like no other time. We're going to have prosperity unlike anyone could ever imagine.
These people are psychopaths. Psychopaths.
He said that on television.
On Fox News with Maria Bartiromo, who is finally not drunk. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Maria.
She probably got lit up tonight. But what? Graham, take your pill.
Ladybug.
Yes. You should read that email on air one day. Because
it's real, and that's why he's going off against Israel. That's why
a lot of people don't know about that.
Israel. They got the
a lot of people don't know about that, and I feel like you need to tell the world about it. Next week you should
educate again. Okay, maybe next
week.
I'll read it. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe I'll play the clip, the original clip, if I can find it somewhere.
That's a clip.
Yeah, he need to take a couple of them.
Hopefully, I can't find it.
Yes, he does. Well, I'm with Eric.
Would you say, Eric?
He need to take a couple of them. He need to take more than one.
He's too excited to kill people.
Going to blow them to what?
We're going to blow them up.
And by the way, when he says them, this does include women and children too. Innocent people have nothing to do with any kind of war or anything.
Doesn't care at all. So that was the inaugural edition of Take Your Pill.
Scoop, scoop, screw, scoop, scoop, screw, scoop, scoop, screw, scoop, scoop.
All right. Now to a story that everyone's been talking about. Rapper Jack Harlow is promoting his new album, Monica. That's the name of the album. I'll let that settle. Take it in. Process it. Okay. Monica is the name of the new album. Talking about leaning more into what he described as, quote, black music, as opposed to what he called the more traditional white sounds. And during a conversation that he had, he said, quote, that he got blacker.
John's saying you didn't retreat into a whiter genre. In fact, you arguably went deeper into
I got blacker.
black music.
Yeah.
Deeper into blackness. Yeah. So was that conscious? Was that a little twist on the typical move that white rappers make, which is to retreat back into traditionally white sounds?
It certainly made what I already wanted to do even more appealing. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because you like pushing that boundary, that line?
I think I love black music. I love the sound of black music.
Who among us?
Yeah, I love the sound of black music.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm hyper aware of the politics of today, that safer landing spot that a lot of my white contemporaries have found. And of course, it appealed to me to do something that I felt like at a time when there's plenty of people expecting me to take some of the routes y'all are taking.
Yep.
To take the route that not only might not be expected, but is also the one I genuinely want to take. So all the stars aligned in that way for me, to be honest. I'm not going to pretend like what you're talking about. I was like, I guess you're right.
Critics called the comment confusing at best and offensive at worst. Some questioned whether it crossed the line, while others joked or outright clowned him. I mean, what a statement. And that's kind of where we pick up this conversation, because it's a layered conversation. On one hand, Jack Harlow has been open about his appreciation for black music and black culture and black sounds. But on the other hand, people are asking, is there even a respectful way to say something like that? Or does this automatically just come off as tone deaf? And then there's the bigger question, when artists stepped into genres, rooted kind of in black culture like neo soul or whatever he's trying to connect with this, are they honoring it or kind of benefiting from it in ways that don't really sit right with everyone? What do you guys think?
Jack Harlow need his ass whooped for that.
What do you mean?
Jack Harlow need his ass whooped for that comment. He really do, man.
He got blacker.
He's just terrible. That's the total opposite. He got whiter by that comment. He just showed how white he was.
Well,
with that comment,
I don't think this is Jack Harlow's fault.
Not Jack Harlow's fault,
because we do this thing within the culture where we love to give out passes and invitations to the cookout, and we did that with Jack Harlow in 2022. He was doing that interview. And they said something about Brandy. And he's like, I don't know who Brandy is. That's Ray J's sister. Oh, I didn't know Ray J had a sister. If you know Ray J in our culture, if you know Ray J, you know Brandy, because we only tolerate Ray J because of Brandy. And because he didn't know Brandy, he wasn't part of the culture. However, we still decided in that same year to invite Jack Harlow to perform where? The BET Awards.
Because what's popping, right?
We allowed him to come to the cookout. And now we want to get mad that he is inviting his friends to the cookout with them. Like, why wouldn't he do that? We allowed it. We consistently allow it. And now we're upset because he's saying the quiet part out loud. We can't be upset. We allowed this.
So, Eric, me and you talked about this like on the phone last week before, like, I knew I was going to do it on BroTalk. And you asked me, you said, have you listened to the album yet? And I said no, because I ordinarily wouldn't listen to a Jack Harlow album. Like, I just wouldn't. Like, so why would I listen to an R&B Jack Harlow album? But today, when I was doing this segment, I was, prepping for it, and I decided, I'll pop on the album and listen to it. And I didn't get neo soul. So if that's what he was going for, it didn't connect.
Was it bad?
No, it wasn't bad. It was J. Cole. It was like the white side of J. Cole. Like that's what I got from it, And you know how J. Cole sounds like he tries to sing on some songs and have this little country sort of gospel, I guess you can call it that. But that's what Jack Harlow was doing. It wasn't like neo soul at all. Like it was.
And I'm not trying to defend
R&B. Put it that way.
I'm not trying to defend
passes on the show.
I'm not trying to defend
He
Jack
sounded
Harlow.
like a white guy from Kentucky. That's what he
He
said.
did. No, he did. Kentucky's very close to North Carolina. They're right across the border.
Did you listen to it?
Go diagonal. You good?
Yeah, I listen to it.
Yeah, exactly. But it did not, like, the second song when it came on, I heard the guitar and I said, oh, he's trying to do like D'Angelo. And I was like, bro, but it's not. Like, it's just not. It's like Kentucky D'Angelo. Like, it's not at all what we're looking for when we talk about neo soul. Yeah, and that's the thing. I didn't have any I listened to it while I was doing the segment, and I had no problems doing the segment. It didn't distract me. No songs took me off of my focus. You know, it's completely palatable, but you know, there's no soul in it.
He sounds like a white guy from Kentucky. He's not soulful at all.
There's no soul. Yeah, there's no soul.
So if he didn't make that statement, like say he never did that interview where he said, and by the way, I don't think he said he was blacker. I think he said his music leaned blacker. Now, if he never did that segment and that interview never aired and you just heard this music, well, first off, would you have listened to it?
First of all, that's a great question because that's the question I was going to ask next.
But you know,
we're right there with Symbiotic. Oh, that's a great question because if he did not have this interview and I just happened upon or word spread that this Jack Harlow album is kind of like neo soulish or whatever like that, I probably would have a different opinion on it. But the fact that you claim yourself or you plant your flag in blackness and I listen to it and it's not there, that's where we have the problem. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't understand what you're claiming.
But I just think it's kind of bizarre, though, that is because I don't think you're alone in thinking like that. I think most people think like that. But like Miley Cyrus, Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber, they never actually said it out loud. They never said it. They just did it. And we accepted it. We had no issues with it. Rappers were on the tracks with them and everything. But now that he sang it out loud after being invited to the cookout and given a plate of ribs, now we got an issue with it. What is wrong with us?
Because I would have been impressed. Like the thing is, it's like if you say you're gonna beat Usain Bolt, if you say that you're the fastest person in the world, and you go out and you finish third, and I never knew you before, then I'm gonna have a problem because you advertise yourself as being the best in the world. But if you would have never said nothing, and I didn't know who you are, and you finished third, I might be like, oh, damn, who's this person? I never even knew they were coming.
Yeah, but I think that's a little different. I think in this situation, it's essentially like you grew up around my family eating our food, and we gave you the recipes to our food. And then you decided to enter a food cooking contest, and you said like, oh, I cook just like your mama do. And then you put that same plate of macaroni and cheese down there that my mom does. And now it's like, wait, you can't say you cook like my mom.
Well, first of all, it wasn't the same. It was not the same. That's what
it's close enough. It was the intention.
Yeah, no. It was J. Cole's. J. Cole is mixed. Don't forget
and we like J. Cole though.
Yeah, but J. Cole's mixed.
So we only like one side of J. Cole?
You gotta think about the side that we're talking about here. Like I'm 33%, so I got a side too.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? There's a side. You gotta identify that. Like this was the Logic J. Cole side that he was channeling. It was not the D'Angelo side. It was not the Genuine side. It was not.
But I don't think Jack Harlow has that side though. He's all one thing. He can only do what he can do.
Before he opens his mouth, he needs to understand which side he has access to.
I think that's crazy.
And Dex, let's clear this up. We don't invite white people to our cookouts.
Well, the BET Awards, the damn cookout. What you talking about?
That's not a cookout. That's not a cookout.
The BET Awards is not the cookout.
They be begging people to come to the BET Awards.
They don't beg white people to come to the BET Awards.
Before we get out of here, I did have a segment called the top 10 new nicknames for Jack Harlow. I found on Twitter. So these are the top 10 via the way I sorted this was the amount of likes they have on X. Okay, so this is not my personal opinion. These are stats. These are top 10 new nicknames for Jack Harlow. Are we ready?
Let's go.
Let's get it. Proud Boys to Men.
Oh.
Most definitely not.
I like that.
Ice Cube. Like the ice, the department.
I don't understand why they're all okay.
All Eyes on Me. That's a great one. I feel like that should be higher. That's excellent. 10 out of 10. All Eyes on Me. De La Soul. Disingenuine. IRS 1. Excellent usage. January 6th in Park.
Wow.
I mean, they hate it. neo-Nazi, crazy, and number one, music stole.
But wait, I don't understand why they're all like
they hated it, bro. They hated it.
I don't know. I guess I don't understand why they're also far right leaning though.
The culture hated it, Dex. They hate because what's happening is colonization.
And you know my favorite nickname for him is it begins with a C and ends with an R.
Okay, yeah, we got it. We got it. Dex, you don't have to think too hard. He says it every week. We don't have to think too hard. Ritz. There we go. Okay.
Oh, you know what? You look nasty. Eric, you gotta go. Like you can't be talking like that.
Those are the top 10. All right, moving on. Whew. My God, glad we got out of that. Let's get into a story that's sparking a real conversation, but not just about a boycott, but about who gets to lead one. Pastor, formerly from Baltimore, Jamal H. Bryant, is that his middle name? H.
Jamal Bryant is, you know who it is.
Yeah, his middle name is
apologizing. Formerly of Empowerment Temple in Baltimore. He is apologizing after suggesting that the national Target boycott had come to an end, later clarifying that he never told people to return to the store, but just that his particular 40-day fast that he was sponsoring was coming to an end.
I made assumptions that were not true. And I wanted to apologize to you for being a leader that was out of touch with what it is that the community wanted and sensed what it is that the community were demanding. It's much greater than those four, and I've heard you, overwhelmingly so. And not having a good read of the room, I take full responsibility of.
A little weird that he's pontificating as a king and sitting on a throne in that clip. Just to bring that back up, there's the throne. A little weird. I don't know. It just seems to me he's speaking of him, as he said, as a leader. He's speaking as himself as a kingly figure.
He's speaking in third person.
Exactly. Talking to the peons around him who have had an uprising because they're upset about something that he did. Doesn't really rub me personally the right way, but maybe it's just me. Rub, you okay, Dex?
I think that on this show, I was very vocal about my support for Jamal Bryant. I think, like, we talked about him saying that we should have a boycott of the Dollar General, and I said if Jamal Bryant says to do it, I'm going to do it, because when he laid out the Target boycott, I thought it was so well planned and so well thought out, and like it made sense to me. And I remember sending this article with him to multiple people, like expressing a Target boycott, participating in the Target boycott, despite the fact that my child's diapers only come from Target. So like I was adamant about this boycott when it comes to like Target. So to see
be using
him
them diapers with the giraffe, it be having that green giraffe on the front.
What's that?
You be using them diapers that have that giraffe on the front with the green.
No, we use Millie Moon, and they only had them at Target. Like you have to go, that's just like a Target exclusive. But to see to know that like I've gone to extreme measures to like avoid going to Target, and like just like even if I do go in there to get these diapers, I run in, I run out, I get the, you know what I mean? Like it's just like I just feel like I was stupid, to be honest with you. And then for him to just be like, oh, it's good, it's over with now. Like what?
Well, here's where things need to be clarified, because there are actually two different efforts happening here. Jamal Bryant led what he calls a Target 40-day fast, which is a faith-based short-term economic protest encouraging supporters to avoid Target for a set period, with specific demands tied to DEI and community investment. But that is not the same thing as the broader national Target boycott, which started back in 2025, which we announced here on BroTalk Live, led by Minnesota-based civil rights activists, including Nakima Levy Armstrong and Monique Colors Doty. And those activists are now pushing back, saying that this movement from Jamal Bryant was never his to end, and that his comments created confusion about whether the boycott itself was over. They wrote, "Let me be clear, the Target boycott is not over. This is a grassroots movement led by communities demanding corporate accountability, and we will not stop until Target reverses its retreat from diversity, equity, and inclusion." So that's what they had to say. Jamal later clarified, saying, "I'm surrounded by brilliant, beautiful Black women, and in no ounce of my bones or blood would I ever try to co-opt what it is that Black women are building." Just a week ago, when I had the humbling opportunity to speak at Reverend Jackson's funeral, in my remarks, I said that we have got to let Black women lead. So now this becomes a bigger conversation, not just about Target, but about leadership and accountability, and when movements grow and the multiple voices that actually end up claiming ownership. Is it fair for a high-profile figure like Jamal Bryant to shape the narrative of a movement that he didn't even start? Or is that just how popularity and influence works today? What do you guys think? Go ahead, Eric.
This just shows you that Black people can never be on one accord. We can never just be on one accord with each other. We always got to be in one of us always got to be in the spotlight. Got to be front line in it instead of just following suit. You know,
because there's no reason why Jamal Bryant should have had a separate 40-day fast and decide to include Target when you already knew that there was going to be a national ban indefinitely.
Even outside of that, though, like, I don't even have an issue with that. I have an issue with, like, you declaring that it's over with, because when you're supporting it,
he declared his 40-day was over with.
The 40-day been over though. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, that was his. He decided to have a whole separate thing with a 40-day time limit on it.
Yeah, but like the 40 days was over last year. You get what I'm saying? Like it was much bigger than that. Like you bled into the other one. And I was fine with him lending his voice to make this a bigger thing. No issue with that. But like Eric said, like when you decide to collect a paycheck, because I'm pretty sure you got a check from there.
Well,
I know he said he didn't, but I don't think he did. Because why? Because if it's not over yet and you decide to step back from it, why is that statement saying that the Target boycott is over still on your social media page? Why didn't you take that down?
Well, he did say, "I'm not an employee of Target. I have not been compensated by Target. None of my colleagues or comrades," why do you say comrades, "have received a dime from Target. The church that I pastor has not received anything. No F01C3. No friends of mine have received anything from Target. Whenever we met, we bought our own plane tickets and hotels, and we were never fed. We are grateful that we can stand before you with clean hands and a pure heart, in the words of Hosea Williams, that we are unbought and unbossed," end quote.
So you decided to go to, on your own accord, pop up at a Target headquarters and do a press conference to say that a boycott is over at the location where you are actively boycotting. We don't go to your church. We're not the people that go to your church. You can't lie to us.
Whoa. Oh, you don't want to accuse anyone.
He's garbage. Like, honestly, he's on the list for stunt person of the year.
Okay.
Because like not only did you like undermine the overall boycott and the people who were supporting it, you just ruined it. Because anybody who was like actively like, okay, I'm gonna boycott this, that, and the third, or I'm on the fence about it, you saying that, and now like Eric said, like now it's two different people going back and forth with each other. It's unorganized. We out. We're not doing it. It's over with. We lost.
But if this is not your first experience dealing with Jamal Bryant,
it is mine.
It's not ours. That's the thing. We know.
Why y'all didn't tell me?
We know Jamal Bryant.
On here. Y'all have me on here.
We used to have an award called the Stunt Queen of the Year. Jamal Bryant is the antithesis of a stunt queen, like nonstop. That's what he does. He's all about making the moment. He's all about having the attention on him. He's all about making everything seem like it's the most important thing in the world because he's doing it. That's Jamal Bryant.
That's what happened here.
He is the definition of throwing a rock and hiding your hands. He definitely will throw a rock at you and hide his hands. Like, no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Well, I learned something new today. He taught me.
That's Jamal Bryant. All right. We got more to go. I know we're running late, surprisingly, with only 3 of us, but we are. Oh, just so you guys know, if it's not that bad for Jamal. He's starting a new revival series based on the Sinners movie. It's going to be April 3rd through the 5th at his church. So if you're interested, go to it was his New Birth.
Y'all down there in Atlanta doing anything.
New Birth NBC on Instagram. And you can see the new Sinners promo that he has going on. Glad to know he's not slowing down. Bay Area rapper and newly signed to Roc Nation, Lil Russell, that's his name, Lil Russell. He's facing major backlash after lyrics from a recent performance went viral where he repeatedly described figures like Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein, and Adolf Hitler as quote unquote heaven sent.
And the goal of an artist is to express the times and say all the things that nobody else want to say or know how to say. I'm not perfect, and neither is the president. Was guiltier than a nigga hiding evidence. You can't be mad that they heated if you don't let them vent. Even the devil was heaven sent. Even Malcolm was heaven sent. Even Martin was heaven sent. Even Kanye was heaven sent. We all heaven sent. Donald too. We all heaven sent. Epstein too. We all heaven sent. Adolf too. We all heaven sent. Even you. We all heaven sent.
Okay. Okay.
You ever see that Jay-Z meme where he be like,
he signed the Roc Nation, he signed the Jay-Z.
The fact that he round Adolf too, even you. I was like, oh, I see what you did there.
Now he's gotten a lot of backlash, as you can imagine, because he's equating Malcolm X and Martin Luther King with Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump and Adolf Hitler, not to say the least. Now, Lil Russell is saying that the message is being misunderstood. He released an explanation the next day, arguing that he meant that all humans are created by God, and there's nothing wrong with what he said.
When the world be in despair, sometimes you need realization. And that realization for me through this song was like, damn, the same God who created Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, who did so many great things, is the same God that created Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, who did so many evil things. And it's crazy the range of what a human life is capable of. It's capable of changing the world and detrimenting the world. That's the purpose of the song. That's my realization of like, damn, this is all from the same place, and look which way it can go when somebody is misguided, when somebody doesn't have all the tools, when somebody just chooses to use their life in a negligent way.
So a lot of the criticism for this is coming from the fact that his engineer told him not to post it, and he ended up performing it live anyway. Now, he says that's exactly why he did it, because he told him not to do it. So, the conversation kind of shifts from lyrics, what he was saying, to kind of intent behind the lyrics. Do you understand what Lil Russell was trying to say here? And even if you do, was this just a thoughtful artistic risk or a terrible way to just get your fame and get attention? What do you think, Dex?
I understand exactly what he was saying. I don't think that it was the worst thing in the world. I think we've heard worse. I do think, for the podcast listeners, Jason just played his explanation. He was walking through the most beautiful neighborhood I've ever seen in my life.
In Beverly Hills.
Like a Grand Theft Auto character. That was interesting. No, to be honest with you, I got exactly what he meant, like, immediately. Like, I think that it makes a lot of sense to compare historical figures that people love to historical figures that people just despise, and just kind of say, like, look, we're all human. I'm not saying that these people are perfect by any stretch of the imagination or worthy of being praised, but they are human, and which is true.
Okay, I mean, but a lot of people had that issue with Kanye when he was doing his whole Nazi era. And
well, it's a little different, but yeah, I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thing where
Like,
you're going from, beloved to absolutely hated. you know, when you're an artist, you do kind of have to pull that emotion out of people. But Eric, as someone that you've never heard of, I'm sure you've never heard a Lil Russell song in your life. Does this make you want to listen to his music more or less?
Well, I have to admit, once you sent me the rundown earlier, I did listen to a couple of Russell songs. So
You did.
I
I'm
have
looking
listened
for
to.
prep. Dex, I know you're doing a damn thing with that
I
rundown.
didn't even bother to type his name into the search engine. I know after today, I'm never going to know about this man again, ever.
I did listen to a Lil Russell song. I've heard of him before, but it goes back to like our second topic of earlier today. Like, yo, you give people a microphone and a keyboard, and they can just do whatever they want to do. You know, they just pump out what they want, whatever they want to say, whether you like it or you don't like it. You know.
Yeah, 100%. Do you think Lil Russell will be a star? What are your if you're willing to bet yes or no? If you had to put your life savings down on yes, Lil Russell, not Lil Russell, Lil Russell, will he be a star? Yes or no?
Oh, you are starting.
He's already a star for real.
It's a no. It's a no for me. You can't start. You don't go to piss people off until you at least have like 2 albums out like that have done well.
I could say this: he might not be a mainstream star, but he has a cult following.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he will continue. He will advance on that. You know what I'm saying? The trajectory will continue to go up. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, he has.
We don't want no appearances. We want people whose trajectory goes that way, like Chance the Rapper.
He's going to do that because I don't see that happening.
But
I will say to Eric's point though, there were people in that crowd that was there, and he looked like he was like, I don't know, at like supermarket.
He had debuted that song. Dex, his engineer told his ass not to put that thing out, and he did it. Like that was the first time anyone had heard it. They weren't there for that.
To be honest with you, him saying that Donald Trump is a good person or
he didn't say that.
Whatever,
he didn't say that.
There is a crowd of people who will align with it too. So
okay. He always said what he was having said. He didn't say he was a good person.
Although the same people who align with that are probably going to be really offended that he said the Hitler portion of it. So I don't know. Might have canceled that out.
All right. Moving on. Boosie Badass and Kodak Black are once again going at it. This time, trading sharp, very public insults across live streams and social media. What started as a disagreement rooting in past collaborations and industry choices has now escalated into accusations about drug use, criticism of parenting, and deeply personal attacks involving family. At one point, Boosie questioned Kodak's lifestyle and alleged substance abuse, while Kodak fired back by calling out Boosie's past and even bringing his daughter into the conversation, pushing this feud far beyond music and into, quote unquote, real life territory. It started when Boosie criticized Kodak Black for doing a song with Tekashi 6ix9ine. Kodak then took aim at Boosie's parenting skills and how he treats his daughter, who he's very publicly shamed for being gay.
Man, let me speak some truth to this clown, man.
Sorry, that was the wrong clip. Let me do this one.
Yeah, bro, I wouldn't give a fuck, bro. If my daughter own girls, bro. If my daughter want her carpet munch, I mean, I wouldn't give a damn. What? Fuck, I mean, I wouldn't give a damn and say, oh, your little girl, she ain't allowed in your house. How the fuck? What the fuck, bro? How the fuck can you do? Same your little girl as a daddy, as a father on me. And then it's your job to show up, right? It's your job as a father, boy. As a father. And your manager a gay. So your manager could be a faggot. Your manager could be gay, but not your little girl, man. Boosie. Is it your big people see? Yeah. Like Boosie say this, see this, he telling. Boosie gonna call police. See a nigga with this shit. Is that a firearm on my wine?
I don't know if that was a dressing room or a public restroom. But I want Kodak Black to get out of there. Look, Kodak Black is Kodak Black. He is what he is. Boosie replied by basically calling Kodak a crackhead, saying, Kodak, chill out before one of my fans sell you a bad pack and bust your heart. Hashtag fentanyl his ass. I don't think that's what we're going for in this beef. We don't want anybody to end with a fentanyl overdose, whether or not he is addicted to drugs, which Lil Boosie alluded to.
Man, let me speak some truth to this clown, man. You always say I tried to sign you, right? Yeah, I tried to sign you. But what happened in that session when I came, bro? You snorted cocaine all motherfucking back and forth to the bathroom, nigga. 4, 5 of y'all in the, you was in the bathroom with my nigga Tunches snorting cocaine, my nigga. Back to back, my nigga. Back to back, my nigga. Like, I'm here to listen to music, nigga. You going back and forth to the bathroom snorting cocaine, my nigga. Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, man, you full of hate, you full of jealousy, my nigga. You know, what kind of nigga be on a nigga live while he working out? Like, you obsessed, my nigga. And let's be gangster, bro. Let's tell the world how you got your name, my nigga. Kodak. You know how many times I said they called me Kodak, man, in my rhymes before you was even rapping, my nigga? Let's be honest how you got your name, my nigga. Like, bro, like, you ain't like that, my nigga. Niggas in the feds look at you like a bitch, my nigga. You the only rapper to ever check PC, go to the feds, my nigga.
Okay. PC meaning protective custody. Is that what that means, Eric?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that because you've been in jail. I'm not alluding to that.
Yeah, that's what it means.
You would know more than me. Kodak didn't like those accusations being levied against them, and he posted a video to the contrary, trying to prove that he is not indeed on drugs.
And the crazy thing is, right, I've been getting out. Like, my shit be like, I don't really need too much here to convince the people who don't really like matter for real. Cause like I know who matter to me, bro. And the shit like it was like a lot of y'all like don't even be deserving like the real me, bro. So it'd be like, oh, okay, I see like how y'all would treat a nigga if a nigga was on my dick. You know what I'm saying? Or if a nigga was on the side of the street or some shit like that. You feel me? Cause like mind over matter. The people who mind, they don't matter. The people who matter, they don't mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Look where we at. Straight up, the fuck? I gotta get this while I'm being right now. Crackhead, junkie, baby cake. For real. Other than that, man, it's literal.
All right, so Kodak saying that to say that he is no longer a junkie and that he wouldn't have all that he has if he was, in fact, a junkie. Then he showed us how his performances has improved from being sober on tour. And this is the footage that was captured at his most recent tour.
3 hours for Bro to come out and does this.
We do wish Kodak Black the absolute best as he battles whatever he's going through. But it's very clear we can't even act like he's sober in these footages that we have, these clips that we have. What do you guys think? Beef of the Year material for Kodak Black and Lil Boosie, or do you think this is going to be something that ends in a different way?
Oh, we're never going to talk about this again.
Never? This is it?
No. And in fact, I think the only thing that I've taken from that, I'm just glad that Kodak is still with us.
Okay. Why? Because you think he's that far down? Eric, is it cold out here for Kodak? Because he, at one point, a couple of years ago, Kodak was on top of the world.
He's still on top of the world. He's in space right now.
I mean, it's cold. I mean, it's cold out here for both of them. But I mean, like, yo, it's crazy. Like two retarded niggas beefing. Like, who cares? Like,
two what?
Really
no,
two retarded.
No,
two retarded
no.
You didn't need clarity. You heard the first time.
Hey, man, I'm from a different era. These niggas is retarded.
All right,
both of them on the short bus.
But they might be on some sort of illicit substances.
Might be.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They both on the short bus. They both in the classroom with 3 other people.
But was Kodak convincing?
Is Kodak they in the same Kodak and Boosie in the same classroom as Kodak, Boosie, and the teacher. That's it. They slow.
I would say that Kodak was convincing. He was convincing in the very first clip where he said that, like, it's weird to have an issue with your child being gay. I like that part of it. Like, that was convincing to me. Outside of that, I thought he sounded crazy.
Let me ask you this, Dex. Would you ever take advice from Kodak Black?
I wouldn't take advice from him, but I do like that he is saying that it's weird that Boosie disowns his daughter because of her sexual preferences. Because I do agree that is weird. Outside of that,
there's one commonality.
That's the best I can do for you. Like, that's all I got.
I understand.
Boosie weird too.
Boosie
beef of the year material, Dex.
No, we're not gonna talk about him no more. No, like, it's not.
Eric, will it make beef of the year? Yes or no?
What'd you say?
Will it make beef of the year? Yes or no?
No, man, 2 retarded niggas can't beef.
And also, Jason, these 2 are gonna forget that they were beefing tomorrow. They're gonna wake up and be like, "I was beefing with you. I didn't know that."
Yeah, yo, they retarded, bro. They ain't nobody worrying about them, man. They
I'm
slow.
not gonna allowed to say that word.
Let's move to Q&A. Dex, you're gonna read because no one else is.
I got a question.
All right, guys, this is Q&A. This is the part of the show where you ask us a question, we give you an answer. All right, this one's called Pray for Pay. I came across this woman pissed off on TikTok because her church told her it would cost around $700 to bury her parents. And it's not for anything extravagant. That price covered the pastor preaching, the music team, and even payments for the deacons. Basically, if you want the full church send-off, everybody's getting paid. And it hit close to home. When my grandparents passed, we all had to pay the church, pastor service, the whole deal. They did provide a repast, so maybe some of that money went there. But still, something about being charged during one of the worst moments of your life just doesn't sit right. Like, I get it. Churches aren't free to run. Musicians, staff, utilities, it all adds up. But when it's your own members and their families, it starts to feel less like a ministry and more like a menu. What do you think? Is charging a member a fee for a funeral service just a necessary way to keep things running, or does it turn a sacred moment into something that feels transactional?
This is crazy.
I think that if you're going to bury someone, there is a cost associated with that. Now, I do think that maybe your church could give you some sort of a discount, maybe because you are a member and you've been tithing, offering all these years or whatever. But like, I would in no way, shape, or form expect everything to just be free for me, just because I'm going through a hard time. Like, I'm not the only person who has ever lost somebody in life, and I'm not the only person that this church is going to bury. And if they gave free funeral service to everybody, then they probably won't have a church.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, man. Okay. Black people always want something for free or want a discount or something, man. Like, everything costs. When you get married, you have to pay your pastor. Everything costs, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what you want them to print the obituaries for free? Everything.
No, they'll
costs,
pay the
man.
funeral home, but paying the pastor just to be available for the service, like that, it does feel like extra.
There ain't nothing extra about that, man.
That is also his job too. Like, you're paying for his services.
I mean, church is a business. You know what I'm saying? It's a business. they got expenses and other things they got to take care of.
I will say, I was shocked when I had to bury my grandparents, and the pastor did ask for payment, to eulogize them and to have all that sort of stuff. Like this person though, we did have a repast that we didn't have to pay for, so that was something that maybe this money they go to. But I don't know how you leverage being a member of a church otherwise. Like, what's the point of being a member of the church then? Is it just for me to pay my tithes until I die, support the church, and then when I die, there's no sort of benefit to me paying the church's bills for all these years?
I think being a member of the church is a reward within itself. Because like as a person who has been a member of a church and also visited a church, like that family type environment isn't there for someone who just visits. If you're someone who's like an active member of that church, yeah, sure, you're paying, you're tithing, you're offering or whatever, but you're also very involved and very invested in the church. I've gotten scholarships through church. Like I've gotten like multiple things have been given to me just because I was a part of that church. It's not one of those things where it's just like I'm not getting anything out of it at all, or I'm just coming here Sunday and getting something then. But like I went to school on a scholarship from my church. So like I do think that membership does have its advantages.
I mean, so what does this person think? Because they pay their tithes, that they get everything else for free. They get all the other services for free because they pay their tithes.
The whole family, everybody in your family, like we just gonna all get buried for free because you paid.
I mean, not necessarily the burial, but like the service.
But that's crazy too because you're gonna pay everybody else though. Like you're gonna.
I don't know everybody else. Like I don't have a relationship with the cemetery, so why would I have a deal?
So because you have a relationship with me, I have to give you this for free.
Right. They own that. Like,
what's the point of having a relationship with you then?
Yeah,
Jason, you and I have a relationship with each other. If I requested your work, like I wouldn't be expecting to get it for. Well, actually, I would, but like for most people, I wouldn't be expecting to get it for free. Like if you were running a business and I came to your business, I'm like, okay, you do X, Y, Z. I wouldn't expect you to do that for me for free.
So I mean, like, so where does it stop? You know what I mean? So where does it stop? You know,
because you saying church, you saying funerals now. So now if you want the pastor to do your wedding, they got to pay for you. You're not gonna pay for that either.
Well, weddings are different. I'm just thinking. Funeral is a time where you don't expect the expense of having a funeral. First of all,
well,
then you have everyone feel like they're coming for your pockets. And I wish Ty was here because he just went through this, so I feel like he will be able to better express.
I can't say anything better than what I'm telling. I'm telling you the truth.
I hear you.
This is accurate. And also, if you have life insurance, you're going to, that you got to pay these things anyway. So this is a whole nother conversation. That is there life insurance involved? Because if there's life insurance involved, what's the issue?
I mean, but still, I could keep that money if there's life insurance involved.
Oh, you can keep the money. The money's for them to be buried, though. It ain't for you to go keep and do what you got to do with it.
If you don't want to pay the deacons, get your family members to hand out the obituaries and seat people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, hey, we got this part.
Or cremate them and have a little service in your backyard.
All right. Hey, they dead anyway. Ain't like they getting up.
Yeah, that's how y'all feel. All right. Well,
this has been the edition of questions for the week. If you guys have any questions, and I hope we weren't too disrespectful, and God bless the dead. But if you have questions, please send them to us at BroTalkLive.com/questions. Jason?
So press record and let you feel me.
All right, St. Patrick's Day edition of the clips this week. And here we go. First clip is called, we only have 3 clips. Okay. First clip, I don't know what it's called, but here we go. Honestly, that's how I feel right now.
You and I both, but
that's like
I'm peaceful.
It reminds me of that Simpson. Remember that Simpson episode where Homer fell through the
nothing in 2. swinging a foul right back into the screen to stay alive. And that is our first our first beer victim or beverage victim. That foul ball took off a drink that was on.
Okay. Oh, there you go for that one.
I think what sucks about this is that drink was $22.
You know it was.
He's mad about that.
And last but not least,
Don't have a wallet. You just walk into a fucking place and have fucking nothing to pay. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
so this man did a dine and dash at a restaurant because he was drunk.
It's hard enough out here as it is. And then you fucking make it worse. Alright, give me something worth 20 fucking bucks. Alright, give me your fucking phone. There you go. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for understanding. Fuck you. You didn't ask me to understand. You walked out. If you'd have asked me for a handout, then it's fucking different. I don't ask for handouts. Right. You just take shit. That's why I got your phone. There you go. Are we even? Yeah. Do I owe you any money? Have a nice day. And fuck Baltimore. Because I'm a Cowboy fan, motherfucker. Roger Staubach, bitch. You wish Ray Lewis can suck my dick.
Long as Lamar ain't sucking it, we alright.
That clip, bro, immediate pass to the BroTalk Awards. Like, we don't even talk about it. It's going to the show. It's in there. That clip is everything. It is amazing. Like from the first of all, why are your pants down? You're just standing there with your pants down. That was the first thing. Then the second thing, like the whole interaction or whatever. And then he has the audacity to go off. He's a Cowboys fan. That's amazing. Then he says F Baltimore. Then the girl gets involved. Like, that was excellent. That right there, perfect.
Hated it.
I hope I've never seen none of those 3 clips ever again.
Oh, this is going into the show.
Why?
All right.
Because he said he's a Cowboys fan. He should be in
Cowboys fan, the pants down, the girls being involved, F Baltimore, the man getting them together, apologizing for the inconvenience, although you really tried to rob this man and steal from him. That was perfect. What more could you ask for?
I mean, it was just a drunk ass Cowboys fan. Who cares?
I can relate to that right now.
Sorry, I had to run to the bathroom real quick because St. Patty's Day has been doing a number on me. All right, moving on. Time for you got Dexter does it or no?
I know I got some seats, but are you going to say which clip moves on?
You said you called it. Whatever you said. Woo! I need to get that out. Okay, so seats is where we give criticism. You can call it that, to people or substances or organizations or situations that have aggrieved us over the past week. Do you guys have any seats to give out? Go ahead, Dex.
Okay, so I have 2 really quick seats to give out. My first seat is going to go to my BroTalk brothers, Will and Ty, for not showing up tonight when I needed them to be here. And then it's going to go to my other BroTalk brothers, Jason and Eric, because I sat on this panel for weeks talking about how amazing Jamal Bryant was. And the 2 of them had knowledge, firsthand knowledge of that he's a garbage human being. And nobody told me and made me sit up here and look stupid. That's a problem. So all 4 of you guys need to be seated. And my next seat, so this past weekend, I went to the New Edition Tony Braxton Boyz II Men show. Amazing show. You guys should go if you have an opportunity to. I went to the show, whatever, and I'm sitting down, and a man sits next to me. Now, I know this is a personal issue, but I really don't like it when I go to public events and, like, men sit next to me. It bothers me, but that's just a me thing. However, this specific man in question sat next to me and ate a pretzel with mustard on it. And I don't know if this is an unwritten rule or what, but it should be that you cannot eat a pretzel with mustard on it at a public event when you're in close proximity to other people.
Why not?
Yeah, it smells. Like, you're not supposed to eat that. You're supposed to eat, like, pizza or chicken fingers or fries or something like that, but you're not supposed to eat something with a very strong odor to it. And mustard has a very strong odor to it. Like you eat mustard at the ballpark where you're not directly next
You're
to
surrounded by 32,000 people.
If you're at a concert, you do not eat nothing with no damn mustard on it.
Jack, you gotta
Did you tell them?
No, I'm not like gonna argue with the person or whatever, but I'm just don't do that.
So you scared?
P word.
I don't think I was scared. It wasn't worth the conversation with the man. I just think
are you a P word?
I don't understand how this is turned back to me. Like you want me to fight the man?
Yeah, I mean you up here venting to us. You should have said it to him. Be like, yo, bro,
please go throw your $30 pretzel away and don't eat the mustard next to me. No, like when it happened, I was like, I'm gonna give him a seat when I go on BroTalk Live on Tuesday.
It wasn't accepted.
Yeah, we don't roll like that.
Eric, do you have a seat?
Nah, not really, bro. Nah.
Wait, so do you guys eat mustard in public places like that? Y'all would eat mustard at a concert?
Yes.
What? Why wouldn't I?
Classless.
Okay, well, it is what it is.
Taco
Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all involved. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. For Dex, for Ty, for Bill. This has been another edition of BroTalk Live. My name is Jason. We will see you guys on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at BroTalk Live. Peace out. Boom.